Welcome back to another edition of Tech Circuit. I'm your host, Ben Tibbles, and with me, as always, is the immeasurable David Lee, my co-host, my comrade in arms, my... He doesn't like it when I say it, but my Pookie Bear. I'll say I'm brave enough to say that. Welcome back, everyone. Don't tell your wife or mine. Welcome back. By the way, that was Amber Mountain Region by the magnificent DJ X Sub N. That's our theme song. Welcome back to our podcast where we talk about PCs, video games, tech news in general. We're so happy to have you. And we've got a very special edition this time around. So let's dive on in.
All right. This week we'll be talking about Peak and its gameplay, NVIDIA robots, our wonderful Fantastech deal, jazz hands,
spirit fingers,
the announcement of the PS6 development, ending with our user circuit.
All right, let's get to it. Peak.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot about this game. I know you've played a little bit of it. All right, tell us about Peak.
Peak is a small indie game where you're just trying to climb a mountain with you and your friends and your grubby three-fingered hands.
Okay. Are they specifically grubby, or was that you editorializing?
Subject to the user experience, but I think they're a little grubby, but I love them. It's great because it's one of those social games where they're adding a lot of expressions to your face. And so you have what is it called? A proximity chat.
Okay.
And so every time your voice goes up or low, or it like changes your like facial expression, it's great.
Okay.
And you're just trying to climb, as you could see in the picture. That guy's trying to help him up, and you encounter a lot of little silly things in the way.
Silly things like banana peels that you'd slip on, or silly things like
Funny
Yetis that want to eat you.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what killed me the other day, if it was a Yeti or this pirate skeleton bony looking thing, but my screen went dark and I may or may not have screamed like a little girl.
This is why I don't play these games, because I don't like to scream or be scared.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, look, a jellyfish. And I went on it, and then I slipped on it, and then I was poisoned.
Why are there jellyfish and pirates on a mountain?
That's a great question.
Yeti, I get.
I think that is
Yeti, I get-y, but the idea of being like, I'm climbing this peak, oh no, jellyfish attack is not something that I would prepare for.
Yeah.
Personally. Or I'd say I'd put it way down on the list of probability. Like, yeah.
I was expecting, my friends were like, oh yeah, just don't get caught in the fog. You'll be fine. And then I got caught by some pirate, and I was like terrified.
But it's doing well. I see there's over 1 million sales already.
Yeah, they are doing very well. And the guy made this video, or made this game, out of spite. It's
the best motivation.
It really
best
was.
motivation to do anything.
So he was an indie game developer. He's doing very well. But he's found like games less developed than his were like making tons of sales and doing very well, and people loved their games. And so he was so mad. He got together 7 developers in a Korean Airbnb for 1 month, and he just spent all his time eating and sleeping and just talking about Peak, developing in that same with those 7 people. And came out this game.
That's fascinating. That's almost exactly the same story as how the book Frankenstein was written.
No.
It's very similar, which is fascinating. If you just lock people up for a little bit, I don't think that's a thing I want on the internet to say.
Only they deserve it.
No, okay. No, we're cutting all of that. We're cutting all of it. Maybe we'll keep it.
Calm down.
If you lock creatives in a resort long enough, it's like they said, if you put 100 monkeys on 100 typewriters, eventually they'd make Shakespeare.
Blink twice if you need help, Ben. That's a lot of blinks.
All right, guys. Moving on and forgetting I ever said anything about locking people up being productive. NVIDIA robots.
Yeah, so NVIDIA just released a news article in their showcase saying we are going to build humanoid robots as part of their server rack manufacturing process, cutting out humans from the start to finish, all the way except for the QC checks, quality control checks. Sorry.
Thank you. Okay, well, cool. I feel like I've seen this movie and it doesn't end well for the humans. I feel like once you put the robots in charge of making the robots, they're just going to make better robots. And what do we do? What do we do? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, this reminds me of Terminator 2 or iRobot or a lot of different movies. But cool, I guess. Like,
yeah.
I mean, we all know that it's coming eventually, right? Like humanoid robots. I don't know why we're obsessed with making humanoid robots, but we are. Like, there's this human instinct that, like, you got to make a robot that looks like us, even though we've told a million stories of why that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's like it kind of goes back to like what is that one Bible quote? God made man in his image or something like that.
That's wow, deep.
Yeah.
You know, there's another quote that goes, "Do you think God stays in heaven because even he fears what he created?"
Oh, I love
and that's from Spy Kids 2. Yeah.
What is it? Mark Jabroni? No.
Mark Jabroni. Yep, Mark Jabroni says that.
His name?
No, it's it's Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, that's the one.
I like Mark Jabroni better though. So
I don't even know if that's a person, man.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Will be made in Houston, Texas. So great. They'll have guns.
Yeah, and I think the first model is called Isaac Groot #1.
Isaac Groot #1.
Yeah, or it's called N1. I don't know where they get these names from, man. I find these articles.
It seems like Jensen just sits back and like waits until a name comes to him, and then he just heard a commercial for Guardians of the Galaxy and was like, Groot. Yes,
this is the one.
He was listening to some Isaac Hayes and watching Marvel, and he's like, there we go. Yeah. Isaac Groot.
Yeah, I wonder how Elon named his kid. Do you remember the XAE1?
Yeah, I've heard different stories about what that's supposed to be. I just think he's on a lot of ketamine.
When I meet him, I'll ask.
Please do. Tell him it's from me.
Oh, will do.
Yeah. All right. Everybody, it's that time of year again. Starting today, as this podcast airs, it's Fantastech.
It's Fantastech. Come and get it.
We have so many great deals happening on all segments, on all PC components, on PCs, on laptops, on monitors, on Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, on Vixen. We have deals on everything on our website. But as you'll see up here, we actually also have a special deal right now where you can save $15 if you spend $150 or more using the Newegg credit card. Wow. And the Newegg credit card, I believe, also has deals of its own attached to it during Fantastech. So make sure you're checking it out. Check out our website. Check out Newegg every day this week because there's going to be different deals going on. And if you see something you want, buy it fast because we do sell out. These are the types of prices we offer on things where we do sell out of items. So we've tried to keep some stock in reserve for this sale because we know everyone gets excited about it every year. But that doesn't, we sell out of things every year.
I'll be talking to a lot of my friends who work new at customer service, and I'll hear stories of how call after call, they're asking, when do we have this item in stock? When do we have this item in stock? Like, what's your time frame? I see you guys made another purchase order. I'm back ordered on this item. When do we get it? Well, you got to do it quick.
That's really it, folks. Go to Newegg.com, check out the Fantastech sale. Just scroll through. If there's anything that you've been shopping for, if there's anything you've been dreaming about getting, now's the time to take a look to see what the price is, because most likely these are the lowest prices you're going to see up until Black Friday, and then maybe even including Black Friday. We do some crazy deals during Fantastech.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out all the opportunities that other places have on summer. Like, you can't play the games that you want if you miss out on this sale.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were just talking about how games like Black Myth Wukong are out there still pushing the limits of what a high power gaming PC can do and can accomplish. And that game's 2 years old now, a year. I mean, it's about a year old. It's about a year old now. So like the games aren't going to get smaller, right? AAA titles are just going to get bigger and more impressive. It's not long until that 3070 Ti isn't going to cut it anymore. And that's a really good graphics card, but we're nearing the end of its useful life cycle. So like get out there, get your upgrades, get your 40 series, get your 50 series. Sometimes, and I know everyone scoffs when you say this, but sometimes the best deal you can get, especially on a high powered GPU, is a pre-built. Sometimes the best deal you can get. Absolutely, 100%. Sometimes you can get a full system with a 40 or 50 series GPU in it, and the system itself isn't that much more than just the MSRP GPU.
I know our ABS computers retail like at the entry level for about $800 to $900, and the GPU itself that they use is about like $400.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easily. So make sure you're checking out these deals. It only happens once, maybe twice a year. But Fantastech are our best deals of the year. We want to see you there. We want to see you shopping and getting the upgrades that you need. All right, guys. I'm excited. I'm also a little scared, but that's okay. That's what life's about. The PS6 is in development.
This will be the last console you'll ever buy.
I said that about the PS4. And here I am with my PS5. I mean, I've said that a lot. I think I said that the PS3 was probably going to be the last system I ever bought. But I mean, here I am. But it feels like I just got my PlayStation 5.
It really does.
It feels like I just got it. And that's probably because I got it like 2 years into its life cycle. I only got it like about a year ago. But like I love it. I love it a lot. Is the world ready for Well, first of all, that is a chunky boy. That is a big system, especially if that's to scale compared to the 5. Like, oh my God. But well, I mean, we'll see. Like, what do you think? Tell me your thoughts about the PlayStation 6.
Well, they're probably gonna come out with like a big chonky boy first, and then they'll give us the slim, pretty model later.
That's fine.
All right. But for the same specs, they'll just make some efficiency adjustments to it, and I'm very excited about the features. My grubby hands just love haptic feedback. That's like the thing I always look for.
You love that grubby hand phrase today. I love it. I love it.
With my 3 fingers, just climbing walls and holding controllers.
That's I mean, so we've seen that the CEO or the PS executive, excuse me, has said that the 6 should still have the option for a disk drive.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that streaming gaming, digital gaming is huge. And to be fair, most of the games I put on my PlayStation, I download. I don't buy a physical disc copy. However, I still like the option of having a physical disc copy, because not only is it something that like I have right there, no one can take it away from me or say it's not on the store anymore or something like that. But also I can lend it to a friend.
Yeah.
Like that's something I can't, like I downloaded Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not going to just hand over my whole system to my friend.
That's a no-go for me, dog. Yeah. That's a no-go.
It's a no for me, dog.
Because I think he was saying like there's some households that don't have like the greatest internet connection, which Nintendo needs to learn. I'm looking at you, Miyamoto. I think that's the CEO.
Oh,
right?
Damn.
Gonna go over to Japan.
CEO call out here at Tech Circuit. I love it. I hope he responds. Let us know down below, Miyamoto. What are the plans for Nintendo and Wi-Fi?
Because just for those of you that aren't aware, the Switch 2 currently has is backing away from physical copies of their games right now, and so a lot of their games are just digital download, even if you have the physical cartridge.
That's upsetting. Because I was really excited when the Switch brought out the micro SD
Yeah.
games, because Nintendo was always the cartridge company, right?
It was.
You had the NES cartridge, you had the Super Nintendo cartridge, you had the 64 cartridge, and then it wasn't until the GameCube that they finally went to those mini discs, and then the Wii went to full CDs, and now we're here with the Switch. So it was like full circle. Like, we came back to cartridges. We did it. We suffered through the disc generation. We're like, oh no, it's scratched. Now my game's gone forever.
Oh.
But like, we're back. We were back with cartridges, and now it's just gone again.
Yeah.
And I was excited because, like, you can fit so much data on those little cards.
You
like,
really can.
I really thought that other platforms, other gaming systems were going to adopt that and say, like, yeah, we don't need a disc port. All we need is an SD slot. Like that. But granted, Nintendo games tend to be smaller.
Yeah.
On probably an order of magnitude than, like, you know, we've seen the memes about Elden Ring on the Switch and all that fun stuff. But
so my question to you is, what features would you want to see on the PS6?
Man, that's okay. It's hard to say. I don't really have many complaints with my PS5. I would love to see the continuation of, obviously, like, my favorite thing about the PlayStation is the controller, right? The haptic feedback. I can only imagine that's going to get more nuanced, more detailed.
Yeah.
The adaptive trigger system, maybe apply that to the bumpers as well. So we have, you know, adaptive bumpers and triggers, or the buttons, and maybe the joysticks. Maybe the joysticks can start giving you resistance depending on, like,
I
what
love
you're
that
doing.
idea. Please do that.
There you go.
Please.
Yeah. Another thing I'd like, here's something I'd like: volume control for the controller speaker on the controller.
Oh, that's not bad.
Because I've been playing Cyberpunk, like I've been saying, and a lot of the, like, your notifications play through that, but I didn't know I had the volume turned up all the way on that. So I'm like playing, and then it'd be like, and I didn't, so I just turned it off, because you can do that right in the game, but I couldn't adjust the volume for the controller in the game. I had to go into my PlayStation settings to do that. So it would just be easier if there was just a dial, even like one of the touch sliders that could adjust that would be nice.
They're not going to do this, but I would love to see another feature is, like, they add like a fan for Sense and you just have, like, Gamer Sense, like, built in, that you just, like, recharge like an ink cartridge for a printer every now and then.
So I've thought about this. Like, I've thought about the idea that, like, you could create a peripheral for your PC that you plug in USB, right?
Yeah.
And it's just got a bunch of, like, elements, a bunch of, like, base level elements, and then it reads data just like anything is data, and releases a combination of these that is a scent that creates a certain scent. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But if you do that, how long until someone writes a virus that says, oh yeah, just mix chlorine and bleach, and now you have everyone's PC making mustard gas?
Yeah.
And, like, that's I think that's probably the big barrier on that technology. But I love the idea of scented control. What if every game came with a different scent cartridge that you plugged in?
I would love to see that.
Back to the cartridges. So this is the PlayStation Glade collab, right? Yeah, you get the Glade plug-in for your controller. I love that.
That's exactly where I'm going with this.
Let us know in the comments below what you would like to see offered, what features you'd like to see in the PlayStation 6. All right, everybody. That is the PlayStation discussion. Let us know what you're excited about in the comments below. Now we've got our newest segment. What do you meme? I love this one. My NVIDIA RTX 4090.
Yes, it's this guy making an adjustment on his AC air conditioning GPU unit outside his window. Huge. That's going to be the size of, like, the 6090 next year. Yeah, no, right? Like, these things are, the next series of GPUs will also be e-scooters. Like, they're going to be huge. They're just, it's ridiculous. The 40 series, though, specifically was very large. Like, the 50 has kind of reined it in. They're still big, but not as chunky boy. But yeah,
Good job. This is from PC Gaming Memes over on YouTube. All right. And we are going to move on to the YO user circuit. This first PC is sent in by Anonymous. 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 Guys, our Anonymous, whoever you are, I really like your build. I like the RGB color scheme in there. You don't usually see like kind of that. It's like a yellow, blue, green.
Yeah, with the
red yeah, with the red ram is an interesting red ram.
No, and then you could see in his walls, like the back of it, on the left side is blue, and on the right side it's red.
Oh yeah, with that RGB that runs along the base of the case. Yeah, that's cool. Let us, Anonymous, if you watch this still, let us know in the comments what case that is, because I'd be interested to know. That's very cool. I like it a lot. Thank you for sending that in, Anonymous. And next,
we have a case from Sabrina with her nice Razor green. Oh, there's even a Razor green logo there with the RAM just like taking the little spotlight.
The crazy thing is, and I don't think that's a Razer CPU cooler. Does Razer even make CPU coolers? I don't think so, which is fascinating. It looks like
so the left side looks like it's from NVIDIA, like NVIDIA Shield kind of design on the CPU cooler, and then on the right side there's like Razer logo for who knows what, and all the information's like on the corner of the of the screen.
That's really cool. I like the all green. Green's my favorite color, as we've mentioned before. Sabrina, thank you for sending that in. And if you would like to see your PC build featured on Tech Circuit, all you have to do is take a picture of it and send it in to podcast@newegg.com, or TikTok allows pictures now. You can comment your PC picture down below our TikTok. That's the only pictures we want, please. TikTok's been going wild, dude.
Oh,
it's crazy out there.
We'll have to ask after the camera stops rolling.
I don't know if we can at work. I don't think it's a good idea. We should actually forget I said TikTok at all. Don't even look at the picture comments in TikTok.
That's great.
Dangerous out there. All right, everybody.
Well, thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest tech news and product offerings from Newegg.
Absolutely. And if you want to follow us, you can find us on YouTube at Newegg Studios, or you can find us on Blue Sky, Twitter, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Acast, any of those places. We are Tech Circuit Podcast. We'll see you next time, everybody. So long.
Bye-bye.